Ah, oh my, careful there. Are you alright? I do hope that I didn't spill anything on you. No? Well, that's a relief. It seems I was not as fortunate, however. Oh dear, how am I going to get this out? Oh, no, it's quite alright. It was an honest mistake. It's a rather tiny stain as well. Nothing big. I should be able to get it out. At least I hope so. I don't think we've met before, have we? I can't say I recognize you. Although I would have to point out that I did notice the occasional glance from you once in a while. You know, if you wanted my attention, there are far subtler ways than just bumping straight into me. I'm merely jesting with you. No harm done, I assure you. Unless you're hurt, of course. Then maybe I'd have to heroically carry you out of here. I do rather enjoy dramatic rescues. Well, since we're getting acquainted with one another, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Stolas. It's a pleasure to meet you. I could have sworn I've heard that name before, and yet I can't seem to recognize you. Perhaps you've been mentioned to me in passing before. Regardless, it's nice to have met your acquaintance. What am I drinking? Well, this is a... Here, how about you take a sip and you tell me what you think it is? Sweet, isn't it? Yes, it's wine. Don't worry, you're not going to find any of it here. This one is from a small bottle I've brought with me to keep myself company. I know, rather pretentious of me, and a little pathetic if I say so myself. But I'd prefer having something a little more refined while standing in this lonely little corner by myself. Well, I don't wish to keep you too long. I'm sure you have other plans here at this party. Trying to escape the chaos as well, then? We're rather like-minded, you and I. All the noise and dancing, it's all a bit too exhausting. I'm mostly here due to obligation and partially to socialize, though I haven't had any luck all night. But perhaps it has changed now, hasn't it? Overall, I suppose it's a bit of a relief, knowing I'm not the only one seeking refuge from all this ruckus. It's not that I don't enjoy a good party, don't get me wrong, just not quite like this. There's a fine line between celebration and sensory overload, wouldn't you agree? Perhaps it's just me, or maybe I just wanted something more relaxing this evening. Regardless, I believe I'll be rather content right here, with my cup of wine and my lovely little corner. And now with pleasant company as well, so I'd say my evening has taken a rather unexpected turn for the better. Do you mind if I ask what brings you here? To the party, of course, not to me. Ah, I see. So you invited, but don't particularly feel like mingling either. I wonder what makes me so special then. Well, whatever the reason, I certainly can't complain. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to enjoy your company now, would I? Standing here by myself would have gotten a little dull after a while, so you're doing me quite the favor, really. Do I go to a lot of parties? Well, I suppose you could call me a reluctant partygoer. I get invited to quite a few, actually, but to be honest, I don't always find myself enjoying them the way others do. The noise, the constant buzz of conversations, loud music, it's all a bit overwhelming for me. That is not to say that every party is the same, of course. Some of the more calm and possibly refined ones are more to my taste. Regardless, I still do enjoy a change of pace every now and then. I'll pop in, make an appearance, take a look at what's going on. Keeps the social calendar interesting. Not to mention, people watching can be quite intriguing at times. Observing everyone else get swept up in the festivities. It's quite peaceful in its own way. Of course, if you ask me again tomorrow, I might tell you the complete opposite. But tonight, I think I'm quite content with my decision to show up. Say, how about we head outside for some fresh air? The music is certainly wearing on me. Come, I'm sure we could both use some silence. Ah, the calming night sky. I've always been partial to the night. There's something so inviting about it. It's when the world seems to slow down and everything feels just a little more private. The city lights begin to flicker on and there's a kind of quiet beauty in it all. In the day, there's always so much to do, so much to worry about. The pressure of work, running errands, busy days. But once the sun sets, things just become calmer. The time to relax has finally arrived. Although for some, the time to party has arrived. But overall, it feels less demanding in my opinion. It's a time that allows for reflection, to take things in at a different pace. You can hear your own thoughts more clearly. I suppose that's why I gravitate towards the evening. I'm sure you felt it too, haven't you? That sense of peace when the day is finally over. It's not the same as the frenzy of a party, but I find it to be far more satisfying. You definitely do seem rather at ease out here. Looks like it was a good decision to move out here after all. There's an owl. Oh, you're absolutely right. I hadn't even noticed. Look at that little creature. Such grace, such poise. I'd say we certainly do share more than just a passing resemblance. If anything, I'd say it's my distant cousin perched over there. Quite a handsome one at that. An elegant fellow, wouldn't you agree? I'll admit branches aren't usually my preferred manner of sitting, but I do appreciate a fine perch when I see one. Perhaps I should invite that lovely owl over for a cup of tea sometime. We could compare notes on the finer things in life, possibly exchange some anecdotes. Though I'm not certain the poor thing could handle such a sophisticated conversation. You know, I would be lying if I said I wasn't enjoying our little conversation. If anything, this night has become quite a bit more interesting thanks to you. It was rather sweet of you to join me tonight. So, thank you for staying with me. It seems I've run out of wine as well. Such a shame. I would have liked at least one more glass. Another time, I suppose. You wish to take me out for drinks? Well, I suppose that's one way to do it. I would certainly like that. Yes, it would be my absolute pleasure to get to know you better, especially over a nice drink. Though I'd argue it probably wouldn't be much different from right now. Here, let's exchange contacts. We can discuss it in greater detail over text. But I'll have you know, I'll certainly be looking forward to it. For now, let's enjoy ourselves here. The night is still rather young after all. Let's make the most of it.